guys, we need the small things to make this poncho. Here I am using 5 mm hook, stitch markers, scissors, darn needle, inch tape, and you have to take your favorite yarn. This is one of my favorite yarn. This is 100% acrylic, so I'm going to use this for my project. Okay, so let's get started. Let's begin by making a slip knot. So next what you have to do is you have to put foundation chain stitches according to the width you want for your project. Okay, here I'm going to put 75 foundation chain stitches according to the width I want for my poncho. If you want any help to learn foundation chain stitches, please do check in the description box below. I'll be giving the link in the description box of my foundation chains tutorial video. So I'm going to put 75 foundation chain stitches. You guys pause the video and do foundation chain stitches according to the width you want for your project. Okay. As you can see, I finished putting foundation chain stitches. I put 75 foundation chain stitches. You have to put according to the width you want for your poncho. It measures 19 inch. Okay. So let's move on to the next row. First we put foundation chain stitches according to the width we want for our project. I would like to make this poncho with seed stitches. Seed stitches are nothing but you have to put single crochet and double crochet alternately. So we put 75 foundation chain stitches, right? So what you have to do is you have to skip the very first chain stitch and you have to insert your hook into the second chain from the hook, and you have to put a single crochet. So once you done single crochet, you have to put double crochet into the next stitch. Okay, and so single double alternately you have to put single and double crochet. That's called seed stitches. So I'm going to make this poncho with seed stitches. If you want any help to learn seed stitches, please do check in the description box below. I'll be giving the link of my seed stitch tutorial video. And if you don't like seed stitches, you can make this poncho with any stitches you like. Okay, I'm going to make this poncho with seed stitches. I'll show you how to do that. As I told you just back, you have to skip your very first chain stitch from your hook and you have to insert your hook into the next stitch. Okay, next chain stitch, and I have to do a single crochet. Okay, if you don't want to do this way, I'll show you the other way to start a new row. Once you have foundation chain stitches. So what you have to do is just I'm going to remove 2 stitches because the hole is a bit big. So 1, 2. Okay, 75 foundation chain stitches. Now what you have to do is just turn your work, okay, like this. Okay, this is normally we do this way, right? So here what you have to do is you have to just turn it over. Okay, and what you have to do is you have to skip the very first stitch. You can see here a bump, so that you have to skip and have to insert your hook into the next bump. Okay, next stitch this way. Okay, and you have to do your single crochet into that stitch. Okay, so when you do like this, what will happen is your stitches will become more closed and tight. If you don't want that, then you can go ahead with the other way as I showed you just back. Okay, so next, into the next stitch we are going to do double crochet. Okay, this is seed stitch, so you have to put single crochet and double crochet alternately. So you have to start, always you have to start with single crochet and you have to end up with double crochet. Okay, so into the next stitch we are going to put double crochet. Okay, insert your hook into the next stitch. Okay, yarn over and insert your hook into the next stitch and you have to do a double crochet. Okay, next, into the next stitch we are going to put a single crochet. Okay, into the next one, double crochet, yarn over, insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull out the hook and yarn together. Now we have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over again, pull through 2 loops. Okay, into the next stitch, single crochet. Okay, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. So this is what we are going to do till the end of the row. Okay, so once you finish this row, I'll show you how to start a new row of seed stitch. Okay, as you can see, I've finished this row with seed stitches, and let's move on to the next row. For the next row, chain 1 and flip your work, and what you have to do is you should not skip any stitches hereafter. You have to work into the first stitch, so you can see the first gap here. Okay, and into that stitch we are going to put a single crochet. As we started the previous row, we are going to start with single crochet and we are going to end up this row with double crochet. Okay, so insert your hook into the first stitch itself and have to do a single crochet. Okay, next one, into the next stitch, but not the single crochet, have to put double crochet into the next stitch. Okay, into the next one, single crochet, insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull out the hook and yarn together, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Next, yarn over and insert your hook into the next stitch and have to do a double crochet. Insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull out the hook and yarn together, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over again, pull through 2 loops. Okay, next one, into the next stitch, but single crochet. Okay, next one, into the next stitch, a double crochet. Okay, this is what you have to do. Nothing have changed. You have to do the same thing as we done in the previous row, single crochet and double crochet alternately. Always remember, you have to start with single crochet and have to end up with double crochet. Okay, this is what you have to continue till you reach the desired length. Okay, and our poncho has 2 panels, so we have to make one more panel like this. Okay, so once you finish this panel, you have to make the other panel with the same stitches. Okay, and I'm again telling you, if you want, you can select, you can choose any other stitches. So once you finish this row, you have to put 1 chain and you have to turn your work and you have to do the same thing as we done in the previous row. Okay, start with single crochet, end up with double crochet. That's what you have to remember. Okay, that's the only thing you have to remember. when you do seed stitches. Okay, to make this poncho you need to know how to do foundation chain stitches, single crochets and double crochets. Okay, and if you want any help to learn those stitches, please do check in the description box. I'll be giving the link of my crochet basic stitches tutorial videos. Okay, so let me finish both the panels. As you can see, I finished both the panels of the poncho, I mean both the sides, the front side and the back side of the poncho with seed stitches. As I told you earlier, if you don't want to go with seed stitches, you can select whatever stitch you like to make this poncho. I'll tell you what's the reason I've selected this seed stitches. One is this is one of my favorite stitch, and second one is a poncho is a bit long project and you have to finish up quickly, right? So seed stitches are nothing but, you all know, you have to do your single crochets and double crochets alternately. That's called seed stitches. So you all know, I mean, single crochets and double crochets are very basic stitches in crocheting. So you can do it very quickly and you can finish up very faster. I mean, you can finish up your project very faster. So I thought of suggesting you to make ponchos with seed stitches if you want a compact one. Okay, if you don't want the compact one, I mean closed or tight stitch, you can choose whatever stitch you like. And I'm just suggesting you, that's completely your wish. I've already uploaded two poncho tutorial videos. One I made with lace stitches and another one with double crochets. And but it was not normal double crochet. I made that poncho with double crochet 2 rows at the same time. And if you want to learn how to double crochet 2 rows at the same time, please do check in the description box below. I'll be giving the link, and I'll be giving the other link of my second poncho tutorial video, that is with lace stitch. You can check. So let's move on to the next step. Next step is nothing but we are going to attach both the panels with mattress stitches. So here I'm using normal darn needle and the same yarn. Okay, and I'll demonstrate you how I'm going to do that and which side of the panel we are going to attach with mattress stitches. Firstly, we have to mark with stitch marker, and it'll be easy for you to understand where we have to start and where we have to stop attaching. So let's do that first. Firstly, I'll show you how to keep your both panels. So you have to keep your first panel like this. Okay, and second panel we are going to keep this way, not the other way as we kept our first panel, like this. Okay, not this way. We are going to keep our second panel this way. Okay, here we are going to attach with mattress stitches. And before that we have to mark with stitch markers. Okay, that's what we are going to do. Here you can see I marked with stitch markers. We are going to start from this end till here. Okay, this side we are going to leave just like so. So we are going to start from here and we are going to stop attaching here. Okay, so let's attach. As we are going to start from this and we are going to remove the stitch marker. Okay, as we are going to start from here, I'm going to insert my hook into the first gap. So there is no proper stitch to insert our needle, so you have to find out yourself. Okay, And this is the first panel, this is the second panel. So first we inserted our needle into the first gap, and second you have to insert your hook into this panel, this end. Okay, here. So as this is the first stitch, we are going to give a knot with mattress stitches itself. So what you have to do is just pull your needle and yarn together like this, and you have to give a knot. So what you have to do is you have to insert your hook into this gap here next to the first stitch and into the next panel. Okay, pull the yarn, so don't stretch completely. You can see you just pull up and insert your needle into this gap, and you have to pull the yarn and secure it. Okay, this is the knot. So next we are going to continue doing normal mattress stitches till here. So in the end also we will be doing the same thing, I mean 2 or 3 knots. So insert your needle into the next gap and into the next panel. Okay, and just pull the yarn next into the next gap. So there's no proper stitch to tell you, to explain you. That's why I'm not telling you to insert your hook into the particular stitch as we do normally. So just insert, you have to find out yourself. Okay, this is how we have to finish till the end, till the stitch marker. As you can see, I finished attaching with mattress stitches from here till here, and now we have to attach the other side of the poncho or other side of the panel, and before that we have to hide the yarn and the remaining yarn, not the full yarn, I mean a bit this much. Okay, I'll show you how to do that, because it should not hang, right? So you have to hide the remaining yarn. That's what I'm going to show you now. So here in the end you have to put 2 or 3 knots as we done in the beginning. Okay, in the beginning we put 2 knots, right? The same way you have to put 2 or 3 knots with mattress stitches itself. Let's hide the yarn. So here I'm going to cut the yarn from here. What you have to do is you have to just hold your yarn like so, and just insert your hook and yarn over and pull the yarn. Okay, this is what you have to do. Into the next stitch, just take yarn, pull the yarn. Okay, so you have to continue doing till here. Okay, so we finish this side. So let's attach the other side of the panel. We are going to do the same thing. We are going to attach with mattress stitches. As you can see, we finish attaching from here till there, and now we are going to fold the remaining part, bottom part of this panel, and we are going to fold it. We have to keep it over here. Okay, here till here. Yeah, we are going to keep the bottom part of this panel. Now what you have to do is, this side of the panel, remaining, this is one panel, this is the second panel, and the remaining part of the first panel we are going to fold it like this. Okay, you have to keep it just like so, and from here till here we are going to attach with mattress stitches with the same way as we done at the other side of the panel. Better you start from this end till here. Okay, so this is what we are going to do now. So I'm not going to demonstrate you how to do that, as I demonstrated just back, how to attach with mattress stitches the other side of the panel. So I'm going to do the same way. So I'll be right back. Here you can see I've attached both the panels, and our poncho is almost ready, but we have some more work to do in the edges. I'll show you how to do that. I'll just explain you what I'm going to do with the edges. Here what I'm going to do is I'm going to modify the edges with bobble stitches. So here what I did is I did 3 bobble stitches. You can see 1, 2 and 3, and I put 6 single crochets. Then I started doing 3 bobble stitches again. Then this is what I'm going to continue till the end. Okay, so if you want any help to learn bobble stitches, please do check in the description box. I'll be giving the link of my bobble stitch tutorial video. So let's start modifying the edges with bobble stitches. Okay, I'm going to start from here. So firstly you have to make a slip knot. Okay, and you have to remove your hook from the loop, and what you have to do is just insert your hook into the first gap. We don't have proper stitches, you have to find the gaps and you have to fill with bobble stitches. Okay, so you have to insert your hook into the first gap, and you have to insert your hook into the loop which we have already made, and just join with the chain. Okay, secure it well. And now what you have to do is start doing bobble stitches. So yarn over and insert your hook into the second stitch, not the same stitch where we have joined. So just insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull out the hook and yarn together. Now you have 3 loops in your hook. So yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over and insert your hook into the same stitch. Okay, and yarn over, pull out the hook and yarn together. Now you have 4 loops in your hook. So yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Okay, you have to pull through only 2 loops along, and you have to continue this process 3 to 4 times or 4 to 5 times according to the puffiness you want for your project. Okay, this is the second one, and I'm going to do the third one. So insert your hook into the same stitch, yarn over, pull out the hook and yarn together, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, insert your hook into the same stitch, yarn over, pull out the hook and yarn together, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. 5th one, yarn over and insert your hook into the same stitch, yarn over, pull out the hook and yarn together, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Now I have 6 loops in my hook, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull through all loops together. So yarn over and pull through all loops together and put one chain. And now what you have to do is, so if you do just the stitches, you won't get that puffiness. So what you have to do is, to finish this stitch, you have to insert your hook into the very next stitch and you have to do a single crochet. Okay, this is how we join this bobble stitch. Okay, so you have to continue doing bobble stitches, 2 more bobble stitches, then you have to do 6 single crochets, then you have to start doing the same thing. Okay, so 3 bobble stitches, 6 single crochets, that's what we are going to do, and this is how we are going to fill all the edges we have. Okay, so you can see this is our first bubble stitch. So I'm going to do 2 more bubble stitches, then I'll start doing single crochets. Okay, so here I finished putting bobble stitches, 3 bobble stitches. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 5 single crochets, total 6 single crochets. To join the last bobble stitch, I put 1 single crochet. So I'm going to add that single crochet plus I'm going to do 5 more. So total 6 single crochets. So second one, third one, fourth one, fifth one, and 6th one. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6th one. Okay, now we are going to do 3 bobble stitches, then we'll continue doing single crochets, 6 single crochets. So this is how we are going to complete our edge work. Okay, so guys, our poncho is ready. I modified the edges with bobble stitches, you can see. Hope you all enjoy this video, and if you found this video helpful, please do like, share, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and there will be a small bell icon too, and you have to press that bell icon, then only you will be getting notification when I'm uploading new videos. So till the next video, take care and bye bye.